In recognition and our condolences given to the family members of Tyrese Nichols, who was murdered by 6 individuals dressed in police attire. It must have been a costume party because real police don't beat and murder unarmed members of the public on a traffic stop. Hi, I'm Keith Wilson, Executive Director of Teen Voters of Miami. On April the 12th, 2023 at about 10 a.m., the people, victims of judicial fraud, victims of government corruption, victims of dishonest attorneys, victims of economic rape, county code violations, victims of property stolen by fraud, will be assembled in front of the Miami-Dade County Circuit Courthouse, 73 West Flagler Street, downtown Miami, holding a mock hearing, naming names, and demanding federal intervention, demanding real prosecution against corrupt judges named in the public indictment, demanding judicial reform. The current judicial operation at Miami-Dade County Circuit Court is a broken arrow, no accountability. Judicial bribery is the new procedural ex parte password that opens Jill Freeman's chambers. We have irrefutable evidence, facts, and proof judicial bribery occurred in this case, and yet the state attorney's office remains silent. Miami-Dade police remain silent. Chief Circuit Court judge also silent when the fraud was committed by one of their own. We follow up with countywide boycotts. No more marching, absolutely no violence, no disrespecting the police either, no damaging property, no looting, no obstructing, no Antifa, and no BLM banners. Instead, we have FLM banners. Florida Law Matters. Boycotting bad policing and policies, demanding accountability of all public servants. Boycott Miami-Dade mass transit. Demand code compliance reform from selective code enforcement, fines and tickets, which is currently done by ethnicity. Take back our property rights for Miami-Dade County. Boycott 7-Eleven. Boycott Walmart. Boycott Popeyes over their pricey chicken. Boycott Amazon. Boycott sports games. It's simple in 2023 until we get corporate America's attention that they acknowledge, recognize, and respect the black dollar and stand in the fight with black dollar against white supremacy and police abuse of authority. We can keep our $1 trillion a year expenditures within our own community in that we recall disingenuous county commissioners. They know who they are. Recall corrupt judges under Public Trust Act. Demand the governor step up and govern. Demand district courts reform. Demand Florida bar reform. Create a county statewide voting ballot referendum, putting the question of great public interest to the voters. Should upstanding citizens be sworn in as pro se judges, county and circuit, on the bench, statewide? No law license required. Instead, paralegal certificates in law, but elected to the office of judge by popular vote of the people. If a juror in a jury trial can hear arguments and weigh evidence and understand the law in capital cases where a defendant's life or death hangs in the balance without a law license, then we the people can sit on the same bench as a judge and render judgment consistent with hearing facts and the prevailing laws. Currently, right now, the system is buddy-buddy, judge to lawyer, lawyer to judge, and the litigants or the client is left out in the cold until the current attorney-judge relationship is dissolved and Florida law and client's rights under that law are restored back to its original degree of protection by independent triers of fact sworn to uphold the laws of Florida and the Constitution. True justice can never be administered while attorneys and judges have a buddy-buddy relationship. The system exists in our courts needs repair. At the end of the day, judges are attorneys graduating from the same law school as other alumnis, and because of the judicial bond between the attorney and judge, exists an inherent biasness and conflict of interest, favoring the in-case attorney over Florida rule of law and over a client's protected rights under the law. Judicial biasness is equivalent to racism by cryptology and financed by bribery. Currently, there are no judicial checks and balances to regulate and review judges' lack of duty in law, no accountability to public trust. That's a problem. Many judges become millionaires out on the bench on a state salary. That dog don't hunt. Hi, I'm Keith Wilson, Executive Director of Teen Voters of Miami. If you've got an issue of concern, email us Email us today, teenvotersofmiami@gmail.com. That's teenvotersofmiami@gmail.com.